What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome. Wasn't even sure if this thing would go live. What's up? I wanted to talk about some of the updates. There's a press conference that just started a couple of minutes ago with regarding No Kings protests, No Kings Day, and Portland, and No Kings Day official part 2 is tomorrow, I believe, and there's out in Chicago too. Protests happening in Chicago, where at the ICE facility, Broadview, where there's been already a couple of arrests made today. And so I figured let's peep in a little bit to what's going on. Oh, there's another live here. I think that was a press conference. Let's check out Portland press conference. Oh, my headphones are out. Oh. Let's check out the Portland press conference, see what they had to say. Fix my audio. Audio! Oh. I'll try to put some copyright audio in the background. Backdrop copyright. Fast forward. Okay. Oh my god. It's gonna come to haunt me later.
Tomorrow, all right? AC?
Good morning, everyone. We're expecting the second King's March 2 to happen tomorrow. We're anticipating, again, probably large crowds like we've seen over the summertime. We've been working with all of our partners to ensure that we have a coordinated response. We've been working with, we'll have fire available with us, as well as our emergency management folks. We're working with TriMet to ensure that the roads, as they close the roads, we'll be able to redirect some of the bus routes. We're working with ODOT to ensure that some of our off-ramps and on-ramps are okay for people to be able to safely participate in this event. We're also anticipating some partners such as OSP to be with us throughout the day as well. It's billed as a family-friendly event, so we're expecting...
Family-friendly. No King's Day. You know, No King's Day, I think, might have been one of my biggest live streams I've ever done on YouTube. Well, it was those I can't even talk properly. I think it was the Los Angeles Marines, with the Marines and the National Guard. I don't think that was too far from No Kings, but that had 1.7 million views. That was a crazy time, streaming 9 hours, 10 hours, 11-hour streams. Holy moly.
It to be much like the ones that we've seen in the summer,
Wow.
where we're not anticipating any issues. It's just going to be a large, friendly event where we anticipate people to be able to exercise their First Amendment rights. And we're hoping that at the end of the event that they can take advantage of the decent weather and go into the downtown and southeast parts of the Portland and visit the businesses in those areas. So does anyone have any questions?
That's it?
We know that there is a plan for counter-protesters to also show up at the waterfront. Will Portland...
And that's what I heard about the difference maybe this time. I'm hearing that maybe there's going to be way more counter-protesters this time, which could make things more interesting.
Police also have a presence there as well.
So for the event as well as down at the ICE facility as well? Yes.
Why are you using covert informants to police the ICE protests?
I'm sorry?
Why are you using covert informants to help police the ICE protests?
So we're policing the ICE protests. They're all First Amendment events, and we're not necessarily using covert resources.
Court documents show you're using informants at the ICE.
Whoa, is that for real? Is that true? I mean, I guess people have always said that, like, there's these people in uniform, or not in uniform, that are maybe undercover, that are just wearing plain clothes. Because the other day for Portland, somebody had said there was rumors going around that there was FBI supposedly in plain clothes.
Protests to police those?
So at times when we believe that there's criminal activity, or we know that there's criminal activity in those events, we will use resources to be able to identify those that are committing crimes, so that we can ensure that those that are participating peacefully and lawfully can do so and not be affected by those that are doing criminal activity.
Are they paid?
I won't comment on that.
Ooh, ooh. So I feel like he almost felt a little shocked that she was asking the question, and he's just like, well, what are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, well, we do have, if there's crime, some people out there kind of, and are they paid? And he's just like, I won't comment on that. I mean, I guess if they're undercover, of course they're going to get paid.
Event tomorrow, some other cities outside of Oregon we have heard reports that federal officers, potentially National Guard, which we know are not in Oregon, but are going to be used to try and tamp down some of the protests. Have you been contacted by federal authorities here that they might try and do the same thing in Portland?
So we have no information that there will be any federal officers in and around the march itself.
Are any of your covert informants also federal agents?
No.
Yo, I like the reporter, but I wonder if it's like he really doesn't know what's going on, or he's just like, how the hell, where's she getting this information from?
We're not working with the federal. We don't cooperate or collaborate with them. We have state laws that require that we stay separate. Yes, sir.
To the earlier question about counter protesters, I know there are some demonstrations planned in downtown for tomorrow as well. What strategies does PPB have for preventing any clashes between different protesting groups?
Sure. So we'll have dialogue officers in and around the different protests, as well as bike officers, as well as motor officers to facilitate those events. And then we'll deal with any, clashes or confrontations as necessary.
Which roads specifically will be shut down, and also will there be any other impacts that people can expect in their day-to-day on Saturday?
I don't have the route myself right now, so I can't speak to that. I think it's going to be very similar to what we've seen in the past, and so probably front a couple of the bridges and then over on the east side as well, depending on which direction.
You know who'd be able to confirm the exact routes?
We should be able to eventually. Yes, but I don't know how much lead time we'd have for that.
Assistant Chief Dobson, in the July 25th court testimony, you said that, quote, the folks that are on the other side of this fence have been night after night actually instigating and causing some of the ruckus that's occurring down there. And when asked if ICE was, quote unquote, the problem, you said that they were not following best practice. Do you believe federal officers are currently instigating or causing unrest outside the Portland ICE facility? And if so, have you communicated any of this to federal officials?
So I'm not going to comment about how they participate in these events.
Fedor, his testimony's out.
So that means yes. That means yes, he does feel like ICE is not, doing their best, and that I feel like he probably thinks they are causing the problems out there.
Out there, you can use his testimony.
How do you feel that those covert of informant operations are affecting trust in your agency?
Christina, he has addressed this, and we're not going to address it anymore. Thank you.
Is there a reason why you can't answer that question?
He has explained that there's a clear
question.
difference between having informants and criminal behavior, and also First Amendment rights. There's a clear difference.
But how do you feel like it's
it.
affecting trust in your agency?
We have great trust in our agency. Craig, you
The
can address
public's
that.
trust in your agency, to be clear.
I believe we have a duty to ensure that those people that are down there.
I could tell they don't like this questioning. I wonder who this lady is that's asking. And somebody was even speaking for the chief. Somebody had to intercept. You know how they have their handlers? And so if things start getting a little bit hot, somebody else just comes and either says one more question or we're done here. Somebody's over here talking.
Participating legally and lawfully in their First Amendment rights need to be protected. And those that are committing crimes need to be held accountable to those things.
This is Chief Dobson. The mayor and Oregon's Democratic delegation to Congress has voiced concerns about use of force by federal officials. Have you seen any evidence that would lead you to believe federal officers have used excessive force?
So I'm not going to comment on their uses of force.
Well, why would you disagree to comment on federal officers using use of force against Portland citizens?
Again, there are pending lawsuits right now, and so I don't want to comment on things that are possibly in pending lawsuits.
All right, so we've seen previous No King's marches. The route's supposed to end at the waterfront, but usually they do splinter off and go to the ICE facility. What is Portland Police doing and that's, in our experience, we've seen it get, the tensions are a bit high, right? So what is Portland Police doing to, prepare for that? What kind of presence will you be there? And, something else that I've talked to a lot of protesters, when there is a big group of them, they do kind of fill the streets, and then Portland Police try to push people back onto the sidewalks. They feel that Portland Police isn't really supporting their rights to kind of protest. There are other routes people could drive, I guess. So kind of all that into one if you can.
That was a lot of stuff.
I know, I'm
right
sorry.
there.
There's a lot of voices and I barely got mine in.
Sure, there's a lot to unpack there. So we are in contact with the organizers of the various events that are happening today, and it's my understanding that they are encouraging folks not to go to ICE today. We are prepared for those that do go down there. It's all situational to the amount of people that are down there, of whether or not we try to keep the streets open at that time. Again, it all has to do with density of the crowd as well as other factors that we all consider, and so those are made in the moment decisions based on all of the totality of the circumstances of what's best for the community as well as those that are down there.
Can you talk about previous protest expectations? I know last year we were here again before the election, and there was a lot of prep because there was concern that things were going to be like 2020, and so obviously things weren't to that extent. So can you kind of talk about just what you're expecting from the public and what just you guys are preparing for this year, given, again, we kind of did this last year, we didn't have the outcome that was expected, and now here we are again. Can you kind of speak to that?
Sure. I think over the summer we've seen a number of protests where they've been very peaceful, and we continue to see those protests. We don't anticipate anything different, and there's no indicators that we're going to see anything different here from this, say, tomorrow's event as well. We have prepared for it with resources, and so I don't think you're going to see much different from the actual event tomorrow. Go ahead.
Thank you. For the people who don't get to make it downtown anymore, I've noticed that businesses aren't boarding up windows like they used to be. What do you make of that from a policing standpoint?
I think it's a great message that the public I think the businesses are more comfortable with what we're seeing in the protesting. We've seen the protesting be more peaceful. It's not like 2020 anymore, and so we're encouraged that, again, that these folks, once they're done with their protest, will end up in the downtowns visiting those shops and businesses to help encourage them to stay in business.
Craig, along those lines, can you just elaborate a little bit on the huge strides in the last 5 years, DLOs, that sort of thing? I mean, that leads to that trust with business owners and community.
Sure. We've invested a lot of time in changing how our approach is as well with our dialogue or our liaison officers in working with protests. We've worked on our tactics so that we're working in close collaboration with the events, whether they are in direct communication with us or whether or not we're just on the periphery. We're there to help facilitate those peaceful and lawful events to ensure that they can have a successful event, as opposed to in the past, it's felt like sometimes we have maybe tried to oppose those events.
You talked about the route and working with the organizers. Is there a permit for this protest? You guys know a lot about it in advance. Can you talk a little bit about that prep work?
I know that there's multiple folks putting in or organizing this event. One of the groups was applying for a permit, and I unfortunately didn't find out whether that got approved or what. But we've been working with them in advance to help make this successful, so that the more we know about an event, the more time we have to be able to prepare. It allows us to get all of our partners such as PBOT, ODOT, the buses. We're also working with county bridges to ensure that we can have a safe passage over those bridges. So anytime we can get a permit, or at least have communication to know ahead of time where that's going, it helps us to be able to prepare and make it more of a facilitated, safe event.
Are your informants protesters or counter-protesters?
I guess
she just skipped over. What did she say? He just skipped over.
Make it more of a facilitated, safe event.
Are your informants protesters or counter-protesters?
Are your what?
Of a facilitated, safe event.
Are your informants protesters or counter-protesters?
I don't even know what the hell she said. Protesters or counter-protesters. He just ignored her, though. He said, I'm not going to answer. That's the latest, been kind of vocal.
I guess
Are you for or against counter protesters?
I'm curious if the strategies that PPB have changed since the last No Kings protest, given that the circumstances and the motivations for this protest are slightly different than the last time people marched.
So no, again, we're there to facilitate. We work towards, basically there's 4
Informants, okay.
Slightly different. Last No
Protesters or
be
counter?
able to prepare and make it more of a facilitated, safe event.
Are your informants protesters or counter protesters?
Yeah, his reaction is just like, he's so done with her and he doesn't like that she's asking these questions.
Since the last No Kings protest, given that the circumstances and the motivations for this protest are slightly different than the last time people marched.
So no, again, we're there to facilitate. We work towards, basically there's 4 principles. We work to educate not only ourselves but those that are there of what our purpose is. We work to communicate heavily with all of the groups that are out there. Internally, we're communicating our intents as well. We work to facilitate those peaceful events, as you'll see tomorrow. And then we're also there to differentiate and ensure that those that are maybe bad actors or those that are going to cause trouble, that we can make sure that they get separated from the rest so they can have a peaceful and enjoyable event.
One or two more questions about tomorrow.
Can you talk a little bit about resources, how many officers and tools you'll be using, including overtime that's permitted?
So I don't have estimates on overtime. It is a delicate balance for us to ensure that we can also provide for the city to have 911 calls, as well as manage this event. I know we have some, as I said, some outside partners coming in to assist us in being able to facilitate the march. And so I won't go into detail of exactly what we have, but like I said, we'll have dialogue officers there, motor officers there, bicycle officers there, to ensure that we can have a safe event, but also to be able to respond to regular protest, regular other city calls.
So
for
Mr.
service.
And then to be clear, can you specify who those partners are? And also I know during the last, when we were expecting protests, there was like multiple days after when I think PVB still kind of had a presence on the street, kind of an expectation. Are we going to be seeing that? And again, if you could specify who those partners are.
So right now I know the OSP, it will be with us tomorrow. Our state police will be with us tomorrow. We've reached out to the county. The county will be with us as well. I believe we have some motors coming from one of the outside agents, I think Hillsborough, but I don't want to uninclude somebody who might also be providing some motors for us with that. We continue to have a presence down at the ICE facility on a daily basis and continue to monitor it.
Fedor and then Shelby, then we got to get him to his next point.
Sir, so since 2020, there have been some changes in the law and policy regarding crowd control, right? So how have those changes from what you've observed so far affected Portland Police Bureau's response to protests outside of ICE? And how do you expect them to affect the response tomorrow, if at all?
There were several law changes in 2021, and they're not going to necessarily affect how we respond. They affect how we can use certain tools at certain points in time, depending on the situation. And so it won't technically affect, we're expecting a peaceful event, and so it won't have really any effect on how we respond tomorrow.
Shelby?
Is there a myth or a misconception that you're like, oh, I just wish people understood this when it comes to these No King protests?
In what way?
Like anything that you read online or that you wish the public understood more, in the sense that like you see that, you know, maybe something's not incredibly accurate or people are saying one thing and it's actually another. I just always ask this question in press conferences, and if you don't have one, then that's fine.
So there is a lot of information flowing from lots of different voices right now, and I would encourage people just to try to find the truth somewhere in there. We're always asking that folks follow us during these events. We try to give out accurate and timely information at all times to ensure that people have trust and can rely on us to be able to give them the most accurate information during these events.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Size estimate for the crowd tomorrow?
That's a great question. With the weather, it could be thousands. I mean, we've seen up to maybe 50,000. We don't know. It's going to be somewhere in between several thousand and probably
Okay.
50,000-ish.
We do not have an official count.
We don't have an official
so-
count, though.
Thank you.
Do you guys know
Thanks,
how much
Chief.
overtime you're gonna be? This can be on the
Not yet.
email too.
Not yet.
We don't.
He said,
No.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Portland officials giving information about tomorrow that they're saying it's expected to be peaceful in Portland, not expecting any violence. And supposedly rumors of informants, which he didn't seem to really like that question, but he also didn't, I don't know, he didn't really deny it either. I don't know what the situation is. Well, he refused to comment on whether they're paid, I guess. I'm assuming they are, but this was earlier at the Broadview ICE facility. So we're going to be here tomorrow. Places to keep an eye on. I guess the Broadview ICE facility, Portland, of course, probably Los Angeles and some other states. I don't think crazy shit's going to happen during the day, but you know what I mean? You never know. I would think maybe more at night. So I guess they pushed past the protest. I don't know, Melissa. I thought about that. Kill us? So Andy posted this as well, and he's here saying that Antifa is posting messages around the ICE facility in Portland calling for their violent militants to embed within the No Kings protests and agitate for violence. The call for the direct action originates on the Antifa online collective Crime Think. See? Liberals and leftists on Reddit, as before, are calling it a fake right-wing hoax, like the laser show. I don't know. I would expect or think that there's going to be some maybe troublemakers tomorrow around, or maybe they'll try to do some psyop stuff tomorrow. Maybe they'll wear MAGA hats and start going to create some issues and problems. This guy over here. Let's see what it says.
To participate in the No Kings protest tomorrow. But in my state, we can't run over protesters.
Oh, hell no.
I gotta move to Florida. I wanted to participate in the No Kings protest tomorrow. But in my state, we can't run over protesters. I gotta move to Florida.
There was some... I thought they said yesterday in Portland there was some shots fired or something by the facility, the ICE facility. I can see. Somebody said something about that. Oh, Lord. Oh, shit, this lady's getting pushed. But the lady with the mask, I think she's the one screaming. Oh, I got somebody. Or maybe not, somebody else is screaming. I don't think there's people getting arrested or getting any kind of serious time. I think they're being let out unless they attack. I think some of these people just get arrested or temporarily detained. There was supposedly, too, this happened the other night. This was October 5th, though. This was a while back. But ambulance outside of Portland.
Federal agents threatened to shoot and arrest an ambulance driver outside the ICE facility in South Portland earlier this month. This was first reported by our news partners at Willamette Week. For more on it, let's bring in K2's Victor Park, who joins us live in South Portland. So, Victor, this incident all started with an ambulance responding to the ICE facility. Tell us more.
That's right. Hey, good evening, Barry. And according to dispatch audio we obtained from the night of October 5th, federal agents detained someone here at the ICE facility. That person suffered a broken or dislocated collarbone, prompting those agents to call 911. Well, here is a portion of that call.
911. Hi, it's operator 149. I'm calling with Federal Police Dispatch. I am calling requesting EMS to 4310 Southwest Macadam for one of the detained subjects.
Okay, gotcha. Subject, and then what's the medical complaint?
They believe he either has a, let's see, it was a collarbone break or maybe a dislocation. He's reported to be a white male, 32 years old, and allergic to morphine.
On October 5th at around 9 p.m., an AMR crew is seen responding to the ICE facility. According to two confidential incident reports from that crew obtained by the Willamette Week, federal agents stood directly in front of the ambulance in an effort to block it from leaving. Outside of the ICE facility, you can see agents facing off with protesters, ambulance lights still flashing. On the other side of that gate, the ambulance driver puts the vehicle into park, causing it to lurch forward slightly, according to the reports, which also indicates that federal agents then threatened to shoot and arrest the driver. When the driver asked why, the report says an agent responded that the driver had attempted to hit him with the ambulance. The driver wrote in the report, quote, that they were not only accusing me of such a thing, but crowding and cornering me in the seat, pointing and screaming at me, threatening to shoot and arrest me, and not allowing the ambulance to leave the scene. This was no longer a safe scene, the driver said. The report says this all started when agents insisted on riding in the ambulance, but without an arrest report, AMR did not allow those agents to ride. Art, and the report says it took 20 minutes between when...
I saw a video that actually showed the video. Somewhere on another channel, they showed the ambulance went inside, but then they were trying to leave, and they were stuck for like 10 minutes. ICE protest, Broadview.
We are following a very developing story here at the Broadview ICE facility, and it looks like about a dozen, I believe it's Illinois State Police, have just arrived there. They're carrying batons and they're wearing masks. Right now, protesters are being kept behind a concrete barrier, and it looks like they are lining up on the other side of that barrier in case someone tries to hop over. What's new this week? Well, protesters are not supposed to start protesting until 9 a.m. That rule set by the Broadview mayor. It looks like we have at least one woman getting arrested here. Is that right? Maybe? I think that's what I see, but perhaps not. There's a lot of people kind of blocking the view of our cameras there. We'll keep you posted on the arrest. But back to what's new. Protesters are not supposed to start protesting until 9 a.m. outside of that facility. There have been new protest hours put in place. In addition to that, oh no, it does look like that woman is being arrested. And can you see the patch on the shoulder of those officers?
Correct. Illinois State Police.
Conducting, I saw 2 arrests. It looks like 2 women were just handcuffed. Not sure if they'll be charged, but they're at least being detained. And you're right, yeah, the protesting hours don't start for another 45 minutes, so the tension's already building there. And the state troopers don't look, so they've got PPE on, those glass kind of face shields, so they're not, they're not fully masked. Their faces are still visible.
Yeah, and I was just explaining, so these new protest hours, I think that actually kicked in last week. And then what is absolutely new this week is federal officials were ordered by a judge to remove the fencing outside of that facility. Village of Broadview brought the lawsuit. They said it prohibited emergency vehicles from getting through on a critical street. And so that fencing was ordered by a judge to be taken down. The federal government, in the meantime, saying, no, the fencing kept protesters away from the facility and allowed facility vehicles to move in and out. So because that fencing has now come down, protesters are able to get a little closer to the facility, but that's why those concrete barricades were put up. And Anthony, this crowd looks more sizable than what we saw last Friday outside that facility.
The other thing I'm curious about, Natalie, and you were live for a while, I believe, that designated protest zone. Are you familiar? Because I haven't been down there to cover this live.
They have a designated area.
Where
Interesting.
that is in relation to what we're seeing right now.
You guys are allowed to protest in this area, this box, from this time to this time when we tell you to. Okay. Yes, sir.
Of that designated zone, and if that's what's leading to some of this activity that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, Broadview is in the near southwest suburbs, very close to suburbs that you would know. Of course, Westchester, you've got Brookfield, near Oak Park, that kind of area. So not too far away from the city of Chicago, but outside of the city limits. We can see a large police presence there. Gabriella Primus, our reporter on the scene, telling us that Illinois state troopers as well as Broadview police officers were on the scene earlier this morning, and it looks like their presence has only grown within the last hour. She was also saying there's quite a few members of the media there as well. So, if you think what you're looking at there is all protesters, it's not necessarily. It sounds like, Anthony, those protesters are shouting things to the officers there on the scene.
Right. It is an active scene, and the vast majority from our vantage point. Okay, so they're ordering people right now to get back in that designated protest zone, and it looks like the overwhelming majority of the law enforcement officers on the scene right now are from the Illinois State Police Force. And that's a change in dynamic from weeks past, where we saw the clashes between actual federal agents and members of ICE and perhaps Border Patrol clashing with protesters.
Right.
This morning, it looks like the situation is largely involving the Illinois State Police.
One of the protesters that Gabby spoke with earlier this morning, we played the soundbite, was talking about how.
So we might have to get on here early tomorrow, I guess. Some of these people protesting at 9 a.m. Might be an all-day thing tomorrow. I don't know. Or we'll jump on in breaks and see. Chicago seems like it might be hot. Portland, but they're a 3-hour difference. Or something else. Ooh. New York State Republicans disbanded after racist group chat. That's the Young Republicans. I never even heard of these people. I don't know what they were. There was leaked chats and messages that came out. Apparently now they've disbanded. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This was earlier, too. This was kind of crazy. ICE facility, Chicago area. There was quite a few arrests today. This later, protest dragged away. Oh, God. Let me show you this too. Somebody posted this saying, "What America, wake up! What is going on in Portland? It's up to you to share this and stop this." This guy, or this is from Geyer Digital, Big Geyer 19, media correspondent for David Medina, PDX. What's going on out there that we don't know about? Let's see.
Is there a fucking problem, sir? Again, with your fucking dumbass.
Hey.
Again.
Hey.
Again.
What did she do? It's all right.
Again.
It's all right.
Again.
Again. Look at. This is what they do. This is what they do. Look. This is what they do.
What, do you have rocks in his hand?
I'm not. I'm just showing everybody what you guys do.
Fucking loser. That's what you are. Yeah.
There's nobody. How many followers? I'm supposed to do this in a little while. Right. How many followers? I don't know. Go look. What's your name? Go look. What's your name? Let me know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't care about followers. I care about the truth.
You want more? Huh? You want more followers? You fucking bitch-made rookie? Get the fuck out of here.
Watch this.
You do not fucking belong.
Watch this.
This guy looks crazy too deranged. The guy's following behind him. Look at his eyes.
Fuck out of here.
I'd have a hard time like turning my back on this. I'd have to walk backwards probably. Just not somebody you want to turn your back on.
You do not fucking belong.
Watch this. Watch this.
Fucking piece of shit.
You expose the truth to all these people, and that's how they treat you. That's how they treat you. Right? That's how they treat you. Just like that.
Oh, the umbrella thing they do. Umbrella. Let's see if he has any other clips. Oh, the account doesn't exist. What happened? What the? I believe is the second guy Tommy knocked out. I don't know, man. Tensions might be high tomorrow. No King's Day protests. I mean, they had massive turnouts the last time. I don't think did it get crazy? No Kings? I don't think it got crazy. Did it last time? Well, Portland was lit. Here's another person getting arrested by Border Hawk posted this. Oh shit. Man, what is she wearing? Hit somebody else, another person. Boston protest tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I might have to do that setup like last time that we did for No Kings. I think a couple hours or an hour before I live streamed, I had like all these panels on the screen kind of popped up. Might have to do that mañana. Make sure I get some good rest. I don't expect shit to get crazy unless maybe nighttime maybe it gets crazy. But the only thing, it's like the daytime feeds for Chicago or Broadview ICE facility, Broadview, I think. It's sometimes interesting. There's a little bit of interest because these people get arrested. There's some people like, they push the line, or some people, the cops making a few arrests. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow they'll go hard. Spider Mike talking shit about Tommy Boy getting watered down. Yeah, Tommy had water thrown on him the other day, which I guess is considered assault. I don't know. I know if you spit on somebody, it's assault. It probably is. I'm not sure.
Tommy Boy don't have a spine.
Is it
assault? Assault! He went to the fucking police, fucking rat boy. She threw water on me. Oh.
I mean, is it just me? Or
so that tells me the guy doesn't fucking bathe or shower, man. And when I approached him, that fucker stinks, man. And he wears that same fucking shirt every single fucking time. He smells. I don't fucking care.
But it's the thing is,
I'm
like,
drunk, fucking.
That's like the unifying like dead giveaway is the permanent victimless status.
Yeah.
The need to.
I don't know. ChatGPT says if you throw water and it hits someone, that's usually considered battery, some type of assault, I guess. It can be treated as a misdemeanor unless there's an injury, intent to humiliate or target The target is a police officer.
Like, oh, they assaulted me. Like, don't forget your charger to get into a fight.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I left that shit. Wait, no, I got it.
Well, that's true. John says, I think it's going to get crazy the next 36 hours or so. I don't think the immigration detention centers were getting hit like they are now during the last No Kings rally. That's true. Yeah, it wasn't like this. It wasn't tense like this. So maybe they have more of a reason now to show up and turn out with all the ICE arrests that have been happening, all the ICE raids.
That's a sock or some shit. No, you're good, dog.
Yeah, it's like the back and forth. I was like, oh, they assaulted me, but like at first they're being
Well,
aggressive,
dude,
like, we're gonna beat you,
they
we're gonna
arrested
beat
that
you.
lady earlier. I don't know if they arrested her, if she was in and they were protecting her. If some people should.
It's Tommy Boy don't.
Drop a heart and repost if you support No Kings protests. 2,500 events and growing. Link to find one in top comment. Oh, they have I forgot they have a website. No throne, no crowns, no kings. Find event. Oh, they have a bunch of stuff tomorrow going on. Wow. Oh yeah. Kansas City, Chicago, Atlanta. I guess I wonder if the stars are like the main events or the main cities. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of protests all day tomorrow. There's not going to be a shortage of any, that's for sure. I think the trick is going to be finding where the action is happening, switching and pivoting when we have to. See what this lady has. Protest. I was trying to see Cam Higbee's a little bit. Chicago seems like where all the action's been. I feel like the last couple of nights it quieted down a little bit. Portland, there's not like a huge turnout, but or that could be too, because some people were saying some of these people are just resting for the weekend to turn up on Saturday, tomorrow. Anti-Trump protesters gathered Lincoln Memorial. Let me see.
An organizer with the Federal Unionist Network, and an antitrust attorney at the Federal Trade Commission. But I'm speaking in my personal capacity today as a federal worker. I have been a federal worker for 5 years and have served under 3 presidents. Since January, we have been facing an unprecedented crisis here in DC. The federal government is being explicitly attacked by our political leaders, and very quickly, those threats turned into action.
Oh, Lord.
While the government shutdown has only been in the news for the last 2 weeks, we have been experiencing what feels a lot like a government shutdown for months now. The Trump administration has been illegally shuttering agencies like USAID and CFPB, pushing people out of the federal service with daily chaos and threats, paying people not to work, and announcing mass firings. All of this has been going on for months. Even when courts have blocked their illegal actions, which happens a lot, it has meant that the critical work of our government is not getting done. Civil servants take an oath to the Constitution, not to any particular political party or political leader. Civil servants must be able to call a spade without
Trump
fear
protest.
of retaliation. Our government
Trump protest. How do you guys feel about? I mean, I think I probably have an idea. Most of the people probably watching about the National Guard coming into some of these cities. Are you for it? Are you opposed to it? I was talking to a friend the other day. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I was in a city and it was crazy or something, or if there was violence, I wouldn't care about these people, National Guard coming in. I'd be like, oh, thank God, I have some peace. Like, I have to maybe not get robbed or something.
Some of y'all might get mad at me. And at this point,
Tell it, Mama.
I'm not into politics. Shit. I'm not into all of that extra stuff that people be losing their life over. I ain't into all that. We human. Whatever. But I will say thank you to Trump. for bringing these National Guards and doing what they're doing down here in Memphis right now.
No, you can't say that.
You know, for the first time in 5 years. I've been in my home for 5 years. And for the first time, my kids have been able to play in the backyard and be able to do it comfortably. I haven't heard a gunshot in 2 weeks.
Damn.
I haven't seen strange people walk up and down the street. Just a few weeks ago, I had somebody walk on the side of my house. None of that action's going on. I haven't seen no young YNs at the stove posted. I haven't seen an infinity fly past.
YNs is an acronym for Young Ninjas. So it's in case you haven't heard of it, so it's like a, it's just they always say like, oh, young ends, like crazy motherfuckers, you know.
I'm sitting on my porch right now, and I'm watching kids outside playing. People outside walking with their kids, stuff I ain't never seen before living in my neighborhood. But all because we feel safe in this environment, unfortunately because of the things that are happening here in the city. I hate it had to be this way, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Honestly, I truly feel
she's paid in part for it.
That this is just a band-aid to the problem. I don't think this is going to completely fix everything.
Well, that's what I was actually gonna kind of like thinking and saying as she was talking. It's like, so I hope that like that's the case. If it is helping and working, amazing, great. But are these people just gonna come back out after they leave the National Guard? You know?
But to have a moment of peace, just thank you, Jesus.
So there was another clip. This one was interesting. This lady got fired. I saw this yesterday. I started collecting my clips again. Apparently, this lady got fired from her job after saying she would call ICE on a Dodgers fan who was trolling her at Dodgers versus Milwaukee Brewers playoff. And so the guy goes on to say, well, I'm a U.S. veteran. So it backfired.
Where's everybody quiet?
I wonder what kind of job she worked
Where's the oh, where's everybody quiet? What is this? I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's call ICE.
Call ICE. Call ICE. I'm a U.S. citizen. We're veteran, baby girl. We're veteran. 2 wars. ICE is not going to do nothing to me. Good luck. Good luck.
She tried to grab her phone. Maybe she realized she fucked. Like, isn't that moment? Like, I realized I fucked up. I wouldn't think it's a big deal. I mean, people tell me that all the time. Like, oh, they're gonna come and get you, Mel. ICE is gonna come and get you, whatever. But I guess some of these jobs, depending on what you say, it's a wrap.
Oh, where's everybody quiet? What is this? I'm sorry.
You know what? Let's call ICE.
Call ICE. Call ICE. I'm a U.S. citizen. We're veteran, baby girl. We're veteran. 2 wars. ICE is not going to do nothing to me. Good luck.
Yo, her face. I think she did realize, like, holy shit. She shouldn't have touched him. I don't know if she hit him or not. He might have pulled away before she actually made contact with him. But she shouldn't have touched him.
Good luck. Call ICE. Call him. Call him. Idiot.
That was kind of funny, though. She didn't have anything to say after that. Karen haircut tells you all I need to know. So I saw that clip went viral. There's 2 other clips. I thought this was kind of funny too. I saw this yesterday. If I can find it, it said like a liberal House of Haunted liberal version or something. Liberal at a haunted house. This was kind of funny.
Hey, how's it going? No! What's wrong? No!
iCkEdMeL and finally releasing the Epstein files. Donald Trump is not on the list.
What?
However, Jimmy Kimmel and Lin-Manuel Miranda showed up 35,000 times.
Fuck! No!
Breaking news. CNN has just confirmed that Michelle Obama is a man.
They're putting dementia on the blaming on Cheeto.
Oh my god, it's RFK Jr.
Just so the Cheeto, he's robbing our kids of their memory.
Sorry, Buster, you're going back to your country.
Stop! He didn't do anything wrong!
Oh no, I actually just killed a guy.
No!
Okay, one matcha, that'll be $500.
Why is it so expensive?
Trump put a 5,000% tariff on matcha.
Oh my god! Okay, sounds good. Here's my EBT card.
We don't do EBT.
Oh my god! Where's the goddamn exit? Hello?
Dude, what's up?
Wait.
Hey, is he bothering you? Yes, the National Guard is here. Can you arrest this man? He's with Antifa!
No! No, 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 no! I'm not with Antifa! I'm not with Antifa!
Wow, that was so thrilling.
Wow, that was so thrilling. That was interesting. I don't know if this is the original guy, Juan Dismo. Juandisemo. I thought that was hilarious. I was watching yesterday. Oh, he did a Republican haunted house? Let me see that.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Zoran Mamdani.
No, 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 no!
I met a woman the other day, Barbara, a swim teacher from the Bronx.
No, 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 no!
iCkEdMeL will be releasing the Epstein files.
Obama?
With the most amount of visits, Donald J. Trump.
What?
They're best friends.
Fuck! No!
Breaking news. Trump has agreed to fly to Israel and give Netanyahu, quote, the greatest head of his entire life on behalf of the American people.
Trump sucking off Netanyahu?
There's nothing wrong with being a little gay, Miko.
Oh no, it's Bad Bunny! Ah! Ah! Ah!
Okay, kids, this week's homework is you're gonna transition.
Yay!
Oh my god.
The test results came back. His son is autistic.
What? But how?
We found a retarded amount of Tylenol in his system.
No.
And that's why I'm running for mayor of New York. Not only will her son have universal health care, but he'll also qualify as a DEI hire.
Oh my fucking god, no! No! Oh my god, that man Danny's gonna ruin our country.
It's Mamdani.
No! No, 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 no! What's the exit?
Wow, that was so awesome.
Shooting makes you stronger. I thought the other one was better, but yeah, I guess you could say I'm biased. But I feel like this still could have been better. So some of it could have been better, but that was good though. He's still a funny guy. Let's see what else. And I like the Cash Patel impersonator. That's just that was funny. And Kennedy Jr. This goes with the No Kings protest. I watched like a couple of seconds of this. It's like 2 minutes long, but let me see. She just exposed the hypocrisy.
No Kings. Unless it was during the pandemic when all the mom and pop businesses were shut down, but the government said it was totally fine for all the major super rich corporations to continue operating. But I didn't really care because as long as I could get my Starbucks and go to Target, I was fine. No Kings. Except during the pandemic when we told people that they would lose their job unless they took a certain medical product or they couldn't even go into certain restaurants without vaccine paperwork. That was crazy, but I didn't really care because I just complied. No Kings. Remember when we also told people that they had to not visit their loved ones that were sick and dying in the hospital, the elderly, they had to die alone. That was really sad. We shut down the schools, completely wrecked the developmental learning for a whole generation. I mean, that was tragic, but we don't really talk about that because that's over now. New outrage, no Kings. Remember when we were told over and over if we got that medical product, we for sure would not get sick. And even though the people that got it immediately did get sick, we were for sure told they wouldn't spread it. And then that gradually became, well, like 95%, like 75%. Okay, there's no evidence it does what we told everyone it does, but we've already made everyone take it that would anyway. And no one really cared because it's new outrage time, no Kings. And do you remember?
Okay, I think we get it. This guy, I don't know what the beef is here, I guess. Chillinois posted this on X and says, Broadview, Illinois. He says he's a proud Puerto Rican from Tampa Bay, but not proud enough to give his name. Full-grown man-child following can be around popping his veins. Okay, I didn't see this from earlier. Oh, and they're blowing the whistle and the... Oh, okay, so they got the siren going off and the whistle to mess up the stream. Let me see what else we got. There was a couple... Well, so last night... thinking about the No King stuff, but last night, unrelated, there was a debate, the mayoral debate in New York. I didn't get to watch it, but it looked kind of interesting. It was Mandami, if that's how his name is pronounced, versus Cuomo. I saw like 2 or 3 clips. It was kind of interesting, but I don't think Cuomo's going to win New York. The little bits that I saw, it just doesn't seem like he has it in him. And it seems like Mandami has all this, trying to think of the right word. He has all this like momentum, it seems.
So, ma'am, it's not defamation if it's true. And it's not stalking just because you don't like it when people tell the truth about your vicious, unethical, dishonest, and unkind behavior.
Oh, that was some YouTube drama. That was a really weird story. I feel like, like I could have reacted to that, but I feel like it'd be kind of a waste, maybe. Watch as inflatable characters dance while entering protest outside of an ICE detention center in Chicago. Fuck ICE. Okay. There's been like a growing thing too. They're coming out there with inflatables and doing music and then using it to gaslight and be like, "Oh, you see, like this is what they're tripping over. We're just out here dancing. It's a kids, friend, family, fun event." I don't know. I thought this was funny too. I saw this yesterday. Steve Hawking. It's a dream.
On the platform, representing Cambridge, Professor Stephen Hawking. And there he goes. Clean release, chair tuck, full forward somersault.
Stephen Hawking is rolling down the ramp like he owns the place. He's on top of the cage. What in the world is he about to do? No way. No way. He's going through the table.
Here comes Hawking building for the first jump.
What, Axel in a wheelchair? Are you kidding me? Absolutely so.
Perfect in the air, clean on the landing. And now straight into the combination spin.
This is level 4 quality.
Sir, you were doing 100 miles an hour in a 70 zone. How do you explain yourself?
I'm stupid. This guy, I was surprised. Wasn't he in a lawsuit or something? And they were mentioning he was allegedly into kids or something. I was just like, what? Was it? It wasn't Epstein, right? Was it the Epstein files? I couldn't believe that guy was on the list. I'm like, well, what? How? Like, what? I don't know. Yeah, I saw. Let me see your comment. Black clothes. There's a huge Muslim population. Yeah. Did you in NYC? Did you see the huge prayer? I didn't see that. They did the other day in Times Square. I did not see that. They do have a huge population, and Cuomo. I feel like he has no. There's no way for him to connect to those people. And I saw one of the things that his competitor was saying is like, "Oh, when was the last time you went to? I think what do they call it? Synagogue? Or is it the other thing? Not synagogue, right? Something else? Or is it synagogue? Synagogue." A mosque, maybe it was a mosque, right? Maybe he said, "When was the last time you've been to a mosque or something like that?" So he just there's no connection, there's no relation. I don't know how he wins New York City. Ooh, check this comment out that somebody sent to Tommy. I think Tommy was like on a news article. He's the person that's been protesting out in Portland. And he had knocked somebody out too, apparently. There was a video. Well, the guy was messing with him first and was touching him physically and stuff. And so Tommy punched him. And the guy fell to the floor. Somebody here said, "You're not Charlie Kirk. You don't have a hole in your neck yet." So pretty crazy stuff. No Kings is tomorrow, but everybody's been talking about it for the last couple of days. People are preparing. They just had a press conference. It's going to be a big deal, a lot of preparation. Supposedly over 2,500 events. I don't know how we're going to keep track of that, but ICE raided the rideshare area in Chicago. Two of three Uber drivers arrested. Damn. Let me see. And they say that a lot of people have applied for these ICE jobs. I saw it somewhere the other day. Let me see. Well, we can watch this while I look for it.
The ICE raid at Chicago O'Hare's rideshare parking lot. Like, as an American, you can't even get gig work anymore. Like, think about it. You have to compete to be able to drive around other people, or you have to compete to drop off people's food. So they did an ICE raid at the Chicago O'Hare parking lot, and they said it was at least 50 to 60 cars out there. And when they were done, there was only like 15. And they're saying that they're not suppressing our wages, right? So let me get this straight. They're not suppressing the wages, but you have to compete with more than double the amount of people who were supposed to be here. And that's not even counting that you're probably gonna get less per ride because there's so many people willing to do the job. Of course they're willing to do it, dude. They're getting assistance. They're not having to pay for a car. They're barely having to pay for rent. Yeah, they can take less wage per ride. So to sit here and say that it's not being suppressed, it's not real. You know, that's like when they said tariffs are gonna ruin the economy, they're gonna increase the price of everything, and then just nothing happened. People who have no understanding of basic economics are out here talking every day on the news, telling us how bad.
Well, I tried to do Uber Eats one time many years ago when I used to work a regular job. I was working at a hospital and I was working graveyard shift. And I thought, okay, let me try to make a little extra money. And there was one trip where I didn't know what I was doing, because I hear with this Uber stuff, there's like tricks to it. Like, you want to position yourself in certain places, certain time, whatever. You know, you can accept stuff, you cannot accept stuff. But I accepted this place, and it was like a little burger or ham cheese sandwich or something, like a small little tiny thing, and I think a drink. And I accepted it. I picked it up. I started driving to the lady's job. I had to get on the highway. It's like, I don't know, I guess it wasn't long, but 5-10 minutes. Get off, and then there's like this huge facility. Have to go through the gate, get buzzed in, then find the entrance to the building, and I had to go to the back of the building by the loading dock area, park, get out. And I was like, you know, I could have left it at security, but I figured, let me wait for the lady. Maybe I'll earn my tip. Lady comes down. Thank you. I don't even know if she said thank you. I think she might have just grabbed it from my hand. And I left, no tip. And so I tried to do it one more day. And that next day, I kind of realized the game. I got that same lady trying to get an order. Man, I canceled that shit. And that was the last time. That was the last time I did that. I was like, there's no way in hell. I just do a regular job. There's no way in hell, man.
It's gonna be. Open your eyes, you guys. It's gonna be fine.
No way in hell. But I heard people can make a decent amount, but I guess you just have to know where you're going, where you're at, like the hot times, locations, stuff like that, you know. But Artax said I make $25 an hour doing DoorDash. I hear DoorDash is good, better than Uber. I don't think I knew what I was doing. I really don't. I don't think I knew what I was doing, but I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, Illinois, I appreciate that. Thank you. When watching iCkEdMeL, and I see my post. Yeah, you guys follow Illinois on X if you're on X. But she's posting a lot of the Illinois stuff, the news, protests, regular news too. Let me see. Oh, what's this?
Absolutely. I think they need to scale up the deportation efforts much more broadly. Right now, people are acting like there's large-scale enforcement efforts. They're really not. We're at Obama levels. And so...
Yo, that's interesting. I remember it might have been Tommy, actually, that I heard the other day telling some protesters saying, well, how come you guys weren't doing all this when Obama was doing it? Because he had record numbers. He was on top.
So people are protesting status quo, basically American recent history deportation. And so I think ICE needs to stop playing around the edges of this and just focusing on criminal illegals. And if you're here in the country illegally, you got to go home. And that needs to be the message writ large. And I don't think that message has fully been sent by ICE.
There was a cop the other day too. I posted on the iCkEdMeL clips page. There was a cop that was illegal and got arrested and he got caught up. That's pretty wild too. African Americans claim they're going after ICE agents after hearing about cartel's $50K bounty. I don't think they're doing it. I don't think they're going to go after them.
Because I'm flying like a jet. They gonna be surprised.
ICE, we're on our way. Word in the streets, cartels put a $50K bounty on y'all. Over here with no mask too. They have no mask on, no face covers. Might as well have a name badge. That's crazy. I don't think. I mean, they have been targeted, but I don't. Well, who knows, right? Who knows nowadays, man? Because these people, some people have these, mental health problems on medications. People are make some little extra cash or money. There was that cartel. There was a cartel guy that got caught putting out. I forgot how much money was. I don't know if it was $50K or what it was. On ICE people, ICE agents.
This dumbass shit.
He's pissed because there's an American flag at Home Depot. Wow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
There's other flags too. I see there.
Just trying to get some paint. Paint's $55. There's nothing to be proud of as an American here in this store. Just buying paint. Got propaganda. This dumbass.
I probably wouldn't have even noticed that, honestly, if I'm walking into a store. I guess these people are triggered. You kidding me? An American flag? What? Let's see, this guy got arrested. He said he has a driver's license. Anybody can get their driver's license now, right?
Senor, identificación. Senor, identificación. Sure. Senor, let me ask you, habla inglés or no?
I do.
Okay, all right. You have papers in the United States?
Have my ID, driver's license.
Okay, but you have any type of paperwork identifying yourself in the United States?
That's what I have.
Right. So, ¿de dónde eres, señor?
I'm from Guatemala.
You're from Guatemala?
Yes.
¿Tiene papeles to be in the Estados Unidos, sí or no?
Yes, that's what I have.
What type of papeles, señor?
I have my driver's license and my ID.
Sí, legal.
That's what I have.
Come on, señor. Vamos, let's go.
Oh, shit.
No, step up.
Come on.
No, señor, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, step up. No, vamos. No, vamos, señor, get up. Vamos, señor. Señor legal, see?
Damn, they're roping up everybody.
What about my wallet?
Now they have this man under arrest.
Oh, Cam's there? What the hell?
I right to remain silent.
Oh, not Cam. That's Nick Shirley. I'm confused.
You do have the right to remain silent.
Yo, he's not going on. I didn't know he went on a ride with these guys.
You're here illegally right now, right? I have a driver's license. No, ID. Right, but the driver's license doesn't give you any status here in the United States.
I mean, well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure they had maybe some reasons or whatever, like before just pulling up on them, but most people aren't carrying their papers around with them, you know, like your birth certificate and stuff like that. Maybe I need to take a picture in case I get roped up or something. Let me see. With Speaker Johnson on the No Kings rally, if you think about what's going to happen tomorrow, you're going to have to bring together the Marxists, the Socialists, Antifa advocates, the anarchists, and pro-Hamas wing of the far-left Democrat Party. That's the modern Democratic Party. No names, no phones, black clothes you've never worn before, mask, gloves. Utilize the military guys in your ranks. Antifa, Trantifa, the far-left extremists on Blue Sky are discussing some of their plans on how to hope to use the No Kings protest. Oh, really? Lollipop? You supposed to? I have my ID. I have my real ID, but my birth certificate and social I keep it here in the house. Let's see. Let's see what this guy had to say.
You'll probably see me wearing a MAGA hat and the American flag jacket that I made, as you see right here.
Okay.
And I'm getting a lot of hit-ups from people saying, it's sad that you embrace MAGA, but they won't embrace you or accept you. Shame and tactics ain't gonna work. And this is from a friend of mine, who I love, by the way. But it's a prime example of the loss just saying a bunch of nonsense. If MAGA didn't support me, do you think I could be at a MAGA rally and be embraced and loved? That sounds crazy. To say they won't embrace me when I'm literally at a Trump rally in the garden with nothing but love. And it's crazy that she says this because the MAGA rally embraced me more than my own block that I live on. Make that make sense.
Well, the thing is, too, not like I'm kind of thinking about tomorrow in the No Kings protest. And yeah, I never like think about it. Amsterman, I never think about it because I've had people, oh, ICE is going to take you. I've never like had a fear or like thought, oh my God, or like worried about it. I mean, there's just so much of me, I don't know, in the system, I guess you could say, like license, I don't know, lawsuit, or just, I don't know, there's just so many things. There's just so many, like, I mean, not that a lawsuit, you could be illegal or whatever, but I've never like had oh my God, they're going to come and get me. That's not even like a thought in my head ever, like, I don't know. Let me see what else. Oh, John Bolton was indicted too. Oh snap! And Trump said he didn't know anything about it. It's the first time I heard of it. I don't believe that, but
John Bolton was just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes.
John Bolton was just indicted by a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's,
Breaking police raid Chinese-run human trafficking rings. The Austin Police Department raided illicit spas. Oh no! But that's human trafficking though. Secretly run by Chinese crime networks. Oh, there were no cucumber facials, just a whole lot of illegal stuff. Oh man. So I guess these ladies with these spas, because you get the little extra illicit stuff, adult stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you want to get an extra massage, a little. I mean, in some of these places, they do even more than that. But a lot of these places, it's like older ladies that I've seen. There's older ladies in there, but I guess they could be there against their will too, whatever, or under threat, or just cheap labor, barely getting paid maybe. But this says over here, some of the victims were just teenagers. A 14-year-old girl who was forced to work for over 10 men a day. That's crazy. Let me see what they said
Texas,
here.
Fox News exclusively embedding with the Austin Police Department as they raided illicit Chinese massage parlors, part of a massive operation targeting human traffickers and organized crime networks. It was just one of many human trafficking stings taking place across the country, an operation coast to coast, which saw more than 60 victims rescued, including juveniles. Here is the...
I honestly think that most of these places are doing some shady, fraudulent shit. Unless it's like one of those corporate massage places, like which suck. There's I forgot the name of the place. It's everywhere. So like the corporate ones, I don't think they're. But I think most of the other ones are doing some type of like shady stuff they aren't supposed to be doing.
Austin Police Department on that operation.
Most of these places have deep, complex roots
with overseas, Asian, Chinese criminal enterprises. We're going to close this one down today, but it's going to be very easy for them to open up another one anywhere else in Austin or anywhere.
Brooke Taylor live in Austin with the details on this exclusive report. Brooke, what you find out? What you see? Good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Well, we exclusively embedded with the Austin Police Department while they raided these illicit massage parlors. Now, they weren't just going after traffickers and these organized crime networks.
Massage envy. That's what I was thinking of, massage envy.
They were also trying to rescue as many victims as possible.
It's going to be right here. We're going to drive past it. We're going to roll in when they're ready.
The Nelk boys used to make videos of like, oh, we're going to the massage place and we're going to get a happy ending. And they used to make videos and get like millions of views on it. It's got to be scary if you're a guy, just like a regular normal guy getting a massage in there and all of a sudden the place gets raided.
On the outside, these businesses are advertised as spas, but detectives say many like this one are being controlled by Chinese organized crime networks and used as a human trafficking hub.
This is a pretty common trend. Watch your step here. Massage bed, shower bed is pretty common nowadays for operations like this, and that just leads into a kitchen.
And just
what's wrong with massage shower?
Just a few minutes away, simultaneously, officers with the Austin Police Department raided another illegal massage parlor. One of the victims found sleeping inside this disheveled room here with clear signs that others had also been living there.
Quite often, they're victimized, they're forced, coerced, threatened in some way. Their passports are withheld, their families are threatened, they themselves are threatened. They get hooked on some sort of drugs.
No drugs. Huh?
And these raids are part of a nationwide human trafficking operation on Thursday called Operation Coast to Coast. More than 150 different law enforcement agencies across the country participated, including Missouri, Oklahoma, California, and in New York. It's all coordinated by the Human Trafficking Training Center. They train officers and bring all of these agencies together.
About half of the agencies.
Well, that's good. It's probably got to be like, they're probably right now it's like red alert for these people. Don't go to get a massage right now. There's another clip from Nick Shirley. Man goes off an anti-ICE protest in Chicago.
Sir, what do you think about this protest here?
I think it's pretty stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid?
Well, because the law enforcement is out here trying to defend our country by getting the migrants out. And what's happening is you got a bunch of people who have been ill-informed or have basically drank the Kool-Aid that are doing things that they think are right but are actually very wrong.
And why do you think here in America people think they can just push the police and get away with it?
Because for so long there's been nothing done about it. They just do it, and then the next guy does it and does it and does it, and nobody goes to jail, no one gets arrested. And now people are starting to realize that if you touch the police and you break the law, you're going to go to jail. This administration is not playing around. These are federal workers and state workers. They need to be protected just like everybody else needs to be protected. So if you're going to come down here and assault these police officers and assault federal officers, what are you going to do to regular citizens? That means you have no moral compass. And if you don't have a moral compass, it's a problem.
That's Nick Shirley. There's another clip that I was just tagged in. Proud Patriot Mama Katie Davis Corp made a post. Let's see what she said. This happened last night. I've been reporting on this Portland wheelchair faker for months. Oh, Antifa uses tactics like that involves putting disabled people on the front line to make it appear police officers are abusing/using them or using excessive force. I've captured this wheelchair-bound Antifa militant walking around. No way. Oh, that's this person over here? What? I guess I'm not surprised. On some Hamas shit. That's diabolical.
I am. I'm back. I'm right here. Chill. Wow. Wow. He is blind. He is blind. And you just dropped him.
Oh my God! So what are the chances? So you got a handicapped wheelchair person falling over, and you also have a blind person out there that's been protesting, and now this thing is being attacked. What? Maybe he is. I don't know.
I'm back. I'm fucking back. Chill. She is wheelchair bound. He is blind.
Wow.
These are our most vulnerable people out here. Oh, cute.
Why are you motherfucker?
That's crazy to see that.
Arresting our most vulnerable people. You guys are the true patriots. Incredible. Oh, are you blocking me because you know you're wrong?
Probably not, right? Why are you a Nazi?
This is the blonde person, I guess?
You're not supposed to be on your phone all the time. I know that's OSHA violation.
These fucking Nazis.
Buy negative.
That is wicked, dude. When you know somebody can do something like that, there is no limit. There's nothing that they won't do. Wow. That's crazy. How dare you? How dare you? We're here walking, going to the spa, jogging. That's crazy. All right. I think maybe that's it for now. It is Friday though, so who knows anything could happen. And then we'll see tomorrow too what pops off tomorrow with the No King's Day protest. I might try to see tonight too. I post another video on the second page. A weird story. DHS clash. DHS arrests a man wearing a LA Taco hoodie. Oh, there's the lady that got fired. I wonder where she worked. Was trash talking. Footage of the encounter has gone viral. The incident began when Dodgers fan Ricardo Posada was trash talking Brewers fans at American Family Field during Tuesday's game. Why is everybody quiet? Posada was heard telling the Milwaukee fans as the Dodgers ice were leading the Brewers. The situation escalated when a woman near Posada responded to his remarks by, "You know what? Let's call ICE. Call ICE. Call ICE. I'm a U.S. citizen, war veteran, baby girl. ICE is not going to do anything." The woman appeared to swipe at Posada's phone. The woman involved in the video was identified as Shannon Colby Lazark. How do you say that? And let's see. What was that? The guy went on the news. Who worked at a Milwaukee-based staffing company called Manpower Group. That ain't no Manpower Group. The company released a statement announcing she was no longer with the organization. As soon as we became aware of the video, the individual was placed on immediate leave, and we began the investigation. As a result of the process, the employee is no longer with the organization. She also resigned from the board of Make-A-Wish Wisconsin. Oh, damn. Make-A-Wish. Posado said he doesn't think she should have been fired. Wow, that's an interesting twist. I don't think she should have been fired. It's my opinion, Posado told WDJT in Milwaukee. I think everybody deserves second chances. I think everybody The thing with this is it's a game. Everybody's talking shit, you know, like I mean, I guess at the end of the day, your employer can do whatever they want. Let's see.
Key Brewers fan has lost her job after she threatened to call ICE on a Latino Dodger fan. It happened during Game 2 of the National League Championship Series when
they tell me they're going to call ICE on me all the time.
The Dodgers took the lead, and it was caught on video.
Let's call ICE.
Call ICE. Call ICE. I'm a U.S. citizen, war veteran, baby girl.
The Dodger fan says it began as friendly banter, but then it escalated. The woman's employer confirmed she is no longer employed by their organization. She also resigned from her position on the board of directors of Make-A-Wish, Wisconsin.
Dang.
But the Dodger fan says he doesn't think she should have been fired.
You had a moment of heated, and then you said something that, probably wasn't nice, but I don't think that she should have got fired. It's my opinion. I think everybody deserves second chances. I think everybody makes mistakes. Nobody got hurt. Besides the feelings and egos, I mean, we all live another day.
In the end, both the woman and the Dodger fan were banned from the ballpark for future events. Tonight at 11, a violent collision caught on camera, but what you're looking at here was no accident. The video shows a silver SUV ramming this pickup truck, and tonight we're hearing from the driver of that pickup. Leonardo Martinez is an immigration rights activist who says federal agents targeted him as he was observing their actions this morning in Oxnard. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell live in Downey. Amy?
This is a U.S. citizen who said he did nothing wrong. He was processed here at the Federal Detention Center and then told he was being released on pending charges. A crash on the streets of Oxnard, but this was no accident. Video recorded by an immigrant rights group shows an SUV believed to be driven by a federal immigration agent ramming into a truck. The driver of the pickup is a volunteer who, along with other members of the watchdog group, goes to neighborhoods to observe ICE raids and alert community members. He was following the...
tú ve ahí. There you go. They didn't tell you all that shit.
The volunteer who, along the truck. The driver of the pickup is a volunteer who, along with other members of the watchdog group, goes to neighborhoods to observe ICE raids and alert community members. He was following the SUV when suddenly...
I don't know if you should have necessarily got rammed like that, but there are these people that have been reporting on locations, somewhat doxing, and then all of a sudden people come in. There's been certain situations it seems like they come and attack or whatever. I don't know what happened here. Is there another reason?
Everything changed.
At some point, they approached me with their vehicle, and I just tried to get away. And then they started trying to get behind me to follow me, so we started going in circles.
So you've been following? Yeah, who knows? Some of these people are following and tracking these people and following them for miles and stuff.
That's where they hit me. They hit me once really lightly, and then the second time they came in next to me and just really knocked me hard.
Following the crash, a crowd gathered. Oxnard police saying it got boisterous. Officers arrived to keep the peace. Espartaco Martinez says police told him they were going to turn him over to the ICE agents.
I kind of got a little nervous because these are
they're gonna disappear.
The same dudes that just rammed into the car. And
the Wild Wild West. That's what it seems like a little bit. The Wild Wild West. It's kind of a weird, interesting thing. Like law enforcement. You have law enforcement, and then you have these ICE agents. And it's like this like, I don't know, what do you do type of thing.
And we're really aggressive. So once they put me in cuffs and put me in the car, I requested to go to a hospital to get checked out because I already had a headache at that point. My neck was sore.
Espartaco Martinez, who is a U.S. citizen, was treated at a hospital and then taken to the detention center in downtown Los Angeles, where he was processed and then released in less than an hour. He says he won't stop monitoring ICE raids.
We're not going to let them intimidate us, and we're not going to let them bully us.
Sure, he's still going to do it. Damn. Yeah, I think a lot of these people are just getting released. They're holding for a little bit, and then they're just getting let out. I don't know. I can't imagine the amount of lawsuits that is probably pending, or how's that going? And then also what I mentioned earlier, the ICE jobs. ICE says that it's received over 100,000 applications since its recruitment. In one report, it said in less than a week, ICE said they got 80,000 people that applied. ICE had issued over 1,000 tentative jobs. I don't know. And then supposedly they have bonuses, too, that they're giving out. So there's a lot of people, signing up for this job. It is a pretty dangerous job. It seems like with you know a lot of people hating these people. They hate him more than cops. You know. Let me see what else some of these people are saying about No Kings protest. Just gonna the voice.
Yo, why are we back here again? Another No Kings protest is happening this Saturday. I guess the first one failed and they needed a redo. Freedom doesn't mean you get your way. It means I get to call you out for being this damn ridiculous. The freedom fighters. What I see are cosplayers with Amazon Prime signs and oat milk rage. You scream No Kings while worshiping your favorite influencer like they walk on kombucha. You post resist tyranny from a Starbucks on Wi-Fi wearing $200 sneakers made by child labor overseas. Congratulations, your rebellion comes with a loyalty program. You hate the system. You are the system. You beg the same government that you claim to hate to wipe your ass. Forgive your loan.
Okay. I want to see this other. This looks interesting to me. I just found this, and it looks like it went viral. Let me just set this up so I can screen capture this. Let me set this up. Okay. So, and we'll hit record. Okay, so this person, what I'm reading from a caption, I don't know any details. I just know it's a viral video. An ICE agent who is being arrested for drunk driving and nearly killing his little kids, allegedly, and others, tries to stop the arrest by racially profiling the officers arresting him. Amazing to watch the courtesy given to him as he is belligerent and uncooperative. So let's see here. This is 2.5 million views on ICE.
That's the colonel.
Colonel, don't mean shit to me. Okay, well, look, I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got my boys with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%, bro.
It does look a little inebriated, but we'll see.
You don't have any type of credentials or anything that say you're DHS?
Not on me, no.
Okay. All right.
I only bring my weapon with me if I'm.
Okay, but you don't have any weapons on you right now?
No, I don't.
Okay, so what I want to do, I want to talk to you away from the kids. So I'm going to ask you to step out of the car, and we're going to walk back to the back of your car. Okay?
And he's getting pissed about this cop saying, hey, I just want to talk to you away from your kids. But that was actually a pretty respectful thing to do. So, like, let's get to the side. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
So are you fucking serious right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
You know what? Call my supervisor.
Okay. Do you want to do the exercises or no?
I'll do it. But you know what? What's homeboy doing down there? You know, guys, come on.
Make sure we all sit before we're inside of the water. You don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why we're trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay. Look, man, I really need you to do the exercise. If you don't do it, then I'm going to say that you're refusing to do the exercise. I get it. You need a minute. I gave you a few minutes, okay? But
let me talk to your supervisor.
Not right now, sir.
Yeah.
If you're a cop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fucking law enforcement,
okay,
dude.
Then stop talking and sit in the back of the car and stop. Stop this.
Come on, let's go.
Stop this.
What about my kids?
We're gonna take care of it.
No,
but
I'm
first
not going in there. Let me talk to your supervisor.
Chase?
Again, you can talk to him in a second.
Nope. Not going in there without my supervisor.
Come here.
Oh, there's Chase. Okay, guys, you called it.
Let's go.
I'm not moving, bro. Don't fucking do this.
Let's go.
Lane.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Hey, come on, buddy. We're not doing this. Man. Let's go.
So you guys are fucking shut.
Come on, put your feet in.
Stand up.
Stand up. Come on.
Stand up. Put your feet in, man.
No.
Man, don't be a kid. Come on.
Stop.
Where are my kids?
Stand up. Put your feet in.
This guy's like,
what?
Put your feet in. Put your feet in. You don't want to make this worse already. Come on. Come on, man. Let's go.
You gotta sit in the car, man.
You're going to jail for DUI, which is a misdemeanor. If you don't cooperate, you go to jail for resisting. You don't want to make it worse. Come on. Put your feet in, buddy. All right, your kids will be fine. This will pass.
Listen to me.
No, sir. Not on the side of the road. Come on. Let's go, man.
We gotta sit down, Scott.
God damn you guys.
okay, that's the end of that clip. I do want to look more into that, but let's get to the chase. We'll have to check that out more. Let's pull up the chase right now. There's a chase out of Los Angeles.
For the public, this one is I never want to say it's low because things could change very quickly. Things could change very quickly. That unusual move right there, where he kind of went off to the side real quick and then.
Bro, the article literally says the suspect is wanted for using a cell phone. That's what it says. I'm assuming maybe this is some type of typo. The suspect is wanted for using a cell phone. That's literally what it says right now. Okay.
There, the pursuit continuing, that vehicle not yielding, not stopping, and like we've been saying, the original want just because he had a cell phone in his hand. That's, basically the officers just want to say, I would venture to say, maybe this guy would have gotten a ticket, maybe not, but like you've been mentioning, this could be something else that maybe we don't know about. Maybe this is an unlicensed driver, maybe this is a person with warrants, behind the wheel. But as far as the California Highway Patrol, they have not mentioned anything like that. They're basically saying the original want is just a cell phone infraction. But that pursuit continuing, speed staying right about freeway speeds, maybe a mile or two over. But right now, it's very light traffic, 5 freeway, southbound. Are they going to pit them on the freeway? That's kind of a question as well. Probably not at these high speeds. I have actually seen a couple of pursuits where when the freeway was empty, even at 55, they've made an attempt to do that pit maneuver. I don't know if this warrants that because basically, like we've been saying, the original infraction, just that cell phone. But the pursuit continues at freeway speeds, southbound 5, now in the Sylmar area.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Felony Friday, baby. It's time. It's popping already. I think I might set up a new stream. Just to separate this from the, yeah.
Definitely. And, these, like you said, I mean, for the most part, I would have taken and I think most reasonable people would have just taken the chance, like, okay, I'm going to get pulled over. Maybe I had my phone in my hand. Definitely transitioning now onto the southbound 405 freeway, kind of losing it there behind the hills, but we'll get a little bit closer. We're not up here by ourselves. But the pursuit continuing, and California Highway Patrol, they are talking about maybe trying to do something else here to try to bring this thing to an end. That one shot, I'm going to wait for just a moment or two, kind of showing you what's going on. Now, I understand we're going freeway speeds out here, and, it's California, Southern California, and I know nobody would be going faster than the speed limit, but in this case, it does seem like the California Highway Patrol, the last vehicle there, actually kind of controlling the amount of other vehicles coming up onto the actual pursuit. You can see a number of cars right there. Traffic starting to build now on that southbound 405 as they are behind this chase. A lot of times when we report something like that, those vehicles are going much faster than freeway speeds, and that's the reason why we don't see any kind of backup like that. But the pursuit continuing on out here. I might have passed it or lost it there. Let me find it real quick.
Stu, we'll start
with
that.
That chase continuing in California Highway Patrol. They just want this vehicle to pull over. And as it stands right now, this guy just being I don't want to say jerk, but all he's got to do is pull over. But keeping those freeway speeds, it's just really unusual. It's like, again, when have we had a chase where we said, no, this all makes sense. We understand totally what's going on. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and it probably doesn't make sense to those officers either. It's like you're going the speed limit, maybe even a little less than, as we're transitioning now still on the southbound 405, but that's 118 traffic now that's blending into it, and of course they're going to slow down because they hear the lights and sirens, but basically a rolling roadblock is is occurring out here as this vehicle is going to be doing freeway speeds as we're making our way southbound on the 405 freeway, now getting into the Van Nuys, well, North Hills. The next one will be Van Nuys area. But again, it's getting a little bit more traffic out there. California Highway Patrol likes it a little bit better when it's just them and the suspect. But how they're going to bring it to an end, we're going to have to wait and see.
I'm going to check some of the other news stations, too, to see if we have different angles or backup feeds or even maybe better quality. Quality's not that great. I am going to transfer everybody on YouTube over to the new stream to separate it so some people don't miss out and they're aware we're going live. So I'm going to move you guys over now. Be quick. Be quick!